What kind of life are you creating? Who are you striving to be? And why are you striving when you already are? Good day, my beloved people. It brings me much delight to sit here with you and share this very sacred moment. I have just arrived back onto the land of the United States of America after a bit of time in Mexico, specifically Tulum. And the events that took place in Mexico were the most miraculous experiences of my entire life. Who I was when I recorded the video, I want to say maybe days, maybe even a week later after I recorded that video, a miraculous encounter with God happened to me. And I didn't know when I was going to record this video, and I didn't know when I would be able to share it, and I didn't know how, at what point would I do it, and if I ever would. But it's important for me to tell you, God is real. I met God, and I think the term God is not enough to capture the essence of our Creator. This is a very vulnerable experience for me because I'm still in deep process of what happened. But it was truly a miracle in the ways that I feel now. All of my trauma had been wiped from me. All of my pain, all of my suffering, my identity of who I was portraying myself to be. And even though I felt like I was super far along on my journey, even though I felt that I was radiating this beautiful light in me, it was nowhere near to where I am right now. And I had been seeking this experience basically my whole life. When you put everything together, you begin to understand how perfect all of your steps were and how they lead you exactly to this time I'm learning not to get so ahead of myself, because right now it's very stimulating having an encounter such as a miracle. A miracle. A miracle. I know we read a lot about it. I know we see a lot of movies about it. And we see this kind of sorcery activation where a lot of magic is involved and things. But it is who we are. We are literally walking magic. We are literally walking miracles. And I pray that everyone gets to experience this miraculous initiation, if you'd say. And I think that that's exactly what has happened to me. I went to heaven and I got to see what's there, and it was so beautiful. There was only light, and it was like a light that is just overwhelming. Something that you can't stop. It's so strong. It's so strong. Any problems that we feel that we have to solve on our own, we're not solving on our own. We're not solving it on our own. There's a higher power. There is a higher power helping us and guiding us. Everything that happens in the earth, from our politics to even the things that we just don't understand, like, if there is such a high power, why is it allowed? Why is this suffering allowed? Why is this pain allowed? Why is this violence allowed? And I can't really answer that. I still don't know why it's allowed. All I know is one, nothing. I really know nothing. You can create heaven on earth. You can create heaven on earth as long as you focus on source. As long as you choose to trust, choose to have faith, choose to believe in a higher power. It is very much so possible for our ego to get ahead of ourselves. It is very much so possible for our ego to control every move that we make. It puts us on this time lapse where we just run through life, where we don't slow down and take the time to savor each moment. Every single moment is a miracle. Every single moment of your life is a miracle. They told me I was going to sound a little cuckoo. But after you've seen heaven, yes, you do end up a little bit crazy, because it's just like, there's no way that I was living the way that I was living and the grace and mercy that was over my life the entire time, that I still was given an opportunity, a chance every single day to wake up and choose life, to wake up and live, and to wake up and just be here, to be here. It's a blessing. And man, like, oh my goodness, until you see heaven, bro, until you really meet God, which is so beautiful, because God, like, God's love for us is so infinite, it's so powerful, it outruns any frequency. Love is truly the highest frequency, and we all have it. We all have access to it. No one is better than anyone. We are literally all one. We are literally all equals. And I believe that where this new world is headed, I genuinely believe that there will be peace on earth. Maybe not. I believe that maybe for the generation, the millennials, we will be able to see what before we get out of here, like before we transcend to the next stage of our lives, because we don't die. We don't die. We were alive before we came to earth, which is crazy, right? And when you know that, you just have so much more grace for yourself. And I genuinely, I know within my heart that self-hate is just taught. It's taught. It's not natural for us to hate ourselves. It's the most unnatural thing that we can do. And that's why I feel those who couldn't handle being alive here, they still didn't die. Those who committed suicide and those who unalived themselves, they didn't die. They never died. They just went somewhere else. Another chance to start over again. And I believe that that's so incredible because in the end, there's no mistakes. In the end, no one is at fault. Even the murderers, even the rapists, even the people that have caused a lot of harm, they're just people that are really in pain and they've just lost their way. So this is just my message to tell you. Remember who you are. And you might have forgotten. You forgot. You forgot. And if you've been on this constant cycle of just getting close but feeling so far away, running into the same experiences with different faces, life just kind of repeating itself, it does go in an upward spiral. You're not really going in the same circle over and over again. Some of us are, but some of us are not. And it's really possible to break this cycle. And it starts by it starts with finding peace. Ooh. I swallowed sand. Long story. Long story. So my pipes are a little bit sandy. But every day we get a choice. We can pick up the beating stick of the past narratives and the old identity that has kept us predicting our lives. Or we can pick up a new stick. We can truly create the lives that we want. It is possible. It is possible. And you have all of the power and all of the answers within you. Everything that I found out when I went to heaven was that everything I had ever wanted was always with me. But it's these blockages that keep us from remembering our power, that keeps us from reaching for a higher frequency that is felt, not necessarily, we think that by our actions and the ways in which we, give and push that, and whoever takes advantage of 24 hours in the day the most and does it the best equates to some kind of life that is the dream, and that kind of approach really leaves us exhausted. It doesn't give us time to fully surrender and experience the beautiful dance that we are having with life on earth. And it really steals so much from us. It steals so much power away from us to, give us the enjoyment of creation. Creating is so beautiful. Why do you think that, like, when a mother releases a child into this world, she's weeping? Like, it's something that was created within her, and the feeling that nothing compares to it. If you've ever created something and you finally see the finished piece of what you've created and all of the ideas and energy that you spent in, it's not so much as the time, it's more or less of the vibration that was moving through your body as you participated in the process. And I want to invite us back into the process of creation and the enjoyment that goes into it. I feel that there's been a lot of exhaustion around creating and feeling like survival is most dominant to the fun that goes into creating. And that's really not true. We don't have to survive anymore. And those that are surviving are just in a constant fight. It's about releasing the battle and just testing it. Test it out. I feel that we have exhausted ourselves so much to the point where it's predictable. We know what happens when we overexert ourselves. We've experienced burnout enough. We know it so well. We are professional burnouts, burner outers. We've done it. And we've gotten really good at it too. And so now, what if we become blissful creators? What if we get back to the design that Source really had intended for us on this earth? That would be really incredible. There would be a sense of unity unlike never before. There would be a dependency on Earth and Source like never before. And originally, that's kind of how we came into this earth. But we have so many more resources now to help us and create a civilization and a generation and a way of life that has never been seen before. When we first came to this earth, we didn't have as much as we have now. But I think, the ego came in and just separated us from each other and from Source. We stopped realizing that we were one. We forgot our power. We started depending on man instead of Source. And it's always been in us. The strength has always been us. They've wanted this awakening for us for so long because we have things that they didn't have. Our ancestors, they didn't have the freedom that we have now. They didn't have the education that we have now. They didn't have the technology that we have now. And could you imagine a world where we actually use it for good? It starts with us individually. And when we invite people to embrace themselves, when we invite people to live authentically and to show up fully, there's so much that, we're literally working from this percent. There's so much more. There's so much more that we're not accessing because of the blockages, and it comes from ancestral accumulation of so many different traumas. When I experienced that miracle, I didn't remember any of it. If I hadn't recorded the experience, I wouldn't know what came out of me. I was wiped. I was gone. What are you creating? What kind of life are you creating? Who are you striving to be? And why are you striving when you already are? It's going to take bravery. It's going to take tremendous bravery to be yourself, especially as that has not always been the trend. We are coming out of being something that we are not. And I'm so grateful to be someone that exists at a time like now. The rewards that come from being yourself, the healing that comes from being yourself, the miracles that you will witness from being yourself will bring you further along this journey, further along into your ascension than pretending, than lying, than deceiving yourself, than deceiving others. We benefit nothing from deception, only but a lesson of what not to be and what not to do. And there's a level of joy, there's a level of enlightenment that we are beginning to step into. It shows up as small decisions in our day. We must not be overwhelmed by the big total picture. We must not be overwhelmed in feeling that it's all on us to carry out. No, it's not all on us, which is so beautiful. We have a help that is supernatural, controls everything on this planet. Everything within the universe is created the universe. Isn't that incredible that you were made from this source? So what is there to doubt? What is there to worry about? Why fear anything? Why fear death when we are infinite? It's time to start enjoying this gift that we have been given. It's time to start recognizing that we are a walking miracle made in God's image. We are many versions of God itself in human form. There is nothing that we cannot do. There is nothing that we cannot have, especially if it means that this world would benefit from it. It's going to show up in signs. It's going to show up in numbers. If you're watching, and the person that's watching this, if you're watching this, this message was truly for you, and you will be able to understand what I'm talking about. Maybe not today, but it will resonate. It will resonate. Angels are real. We must slow down and be here and be cooperative with this life, this rushing that we're doing, this bypassing the steps that need to be taken to fully come into who we are. Today can be the day Today can be the day. All you have to do is decide. Decide how you want to live. It's for you. It's for you. No weapon that has formed against you will ever prosper. And it will only not prosper if you believe that it won't. You can reclaim your life. You can get up again. All the miracles that we've read about. All the stories that we've heard. We have access to the same creator, our sustainer and destroyer. And I'm just so blessed to be chosen to deliver this message. I'm so grateful. Oh, what a joy it is to be light. What a joy and honor it is to be light. I'm born again, and I look forward to hearing how this message, in whatever ways, touched you. I know, there was a flow. There was just a flow that I'm not even gonna remember me recording this, because it just feels like there's this supernatural presence that is with me right now, and I just kind of like am so present in a moment that I don't really remember it, like unless I go back and watch it. But I feel just like I'm light in a human body. That is the miracle that happened for me. And I look forward to sharing when they say it's time to share that moment with you. But I love you so much. I love you so much. Please love yourself. Please love yourself. You are so worthy to be loved by you, because you are already love. You are already loved. What happens when you start loving yourself? Watch how amazing life is going to feel for you. I was assatajones, but I'm truly humble mermaid. Much love, much peace, much light to your mind, much breath in your body, much flow into your life and prosperity, and radiant joy that shines outwards onto this earth, out into the cosmos, into the universe, back into source, and may it be reflected back onto you and multiplied. Oh, goodness. It is so amazing to be aligned. And you can be. You can be. You are. You are already aligned. Your soul is. Your soul is always aligned. Isn't that cool? Now it's just about getting our minds in alignment with our bodies, in alignment with our soul. And that is the highest creation. Highest of the high. I'm hearing a song. Shouldn't I realize, yeah, you're the highest of the high. If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. Shouldn't I realize? Sing that song. You're the highest of the high. Yeah. If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Yeah. Don't ever wonder. Wow. And make sure you hit that note when it comes in. That ooh. I still have sand in my throat, so I can't hit it right now. When when you guys find out what happened to me, you will be like, whoa, this message will make more sense. Or maybe it won't, but I understand that these messages are specifically for the souls that feel connected to it, that resonate with it. And it's for a reason. I don't know. You know. I don't know. You know. But much love. Oh, life is good, and so it is. Life is good, and so it is. Life is great, and so it is. Life is exceptional, and so it is. Ah. Get out in nature, drink more water, get into the sun, go to bed earlier, lay there, do nothing, lay there. I promise you, everything will get taken care of. I promise you, you are not a second late. Time is an illusion. There's no rush to get to anywhere. Let, the people that are rushing to get somewhere in traffic, let them cut you. Watch how you maintain your peace as they get in front of you and they get to where they need to go to. I was that person. We all are. We all are. We're not exempt. No one's more perfect than the other. We all have phases. But now we're about to become less irritable about what someone else is doing around us. There was a noise back here before. I would be like, oh, I gotta stop the tape. No. Everything is happening as it should. Muchas gracias. Mucho amor para ti. Oh, I love you so much, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our benevolent ancestors for this message. Ashe, aho, awen.